Welcome to the Trees and Lines podcast, where we discuss fresh perspectives on utility vegetation management. Don't forget to follow along on LinkedIn for the latest news. Now, let's dive into this week's episode. We are here at the Trees and Utilities conference at the exhibit hall, so it's a little noisy, a lot of excitement. It's been a great program. Brian Sprinkle's back as our co-host, and we're welcoming Josh Beaver. We appreciate him in his new role as president of the UAA, right? You've been there 4 years, or this will be your fourth year on the board?
This will be the third.
Third year,
Yes.
okay. Oh, that's right. And you become the president today.
Today.
Yeah, well, congratulations.
Thank you, Phil. I appreciate that.
So tell us a little bit about UAA and where you think it's going to go in the next year under your leadership.
Well, I think, the industry, with the UAA just leading the industry on the utility arboriculture side, I don't think any changes are really going to take place this year. I think we got a really good strategic plan in place going into my term as president. Really excited about it. Just really building off that framework that Matt Goff put in place last year. If you heard my talk today, we left strategic planning with just a really good vision, focus on what we want to try to do as being the influencer of the industry, right? And it's a lot of work that you did back in your day, and Derek before, just like building those relationships in DC, making sure we're in touch with the EI, some of those different organizations, and just really trying to advocate for what we're doing. But yeah, I mean, it's that, and it's there's another aspect too, because I don't want it to get lost. It's just being there for the members, providing a really good member experience. That's something I want to advocate for this year. To be the best we can in the industry, yeah, we have to grow the sphere of influence, but we also just have to be a great organization that can take care of the members and provide them with a good experience.
Yeah. So as you look around, you've been around since we initiated the Trees and Lines or Trees and Utilities conference.
It took me a few minutes to find you guys. I will say that in this room.
Is this not amazing?
It's amazing. Yeah, it's good to see the companies that we're all familiar with, kind of those foundational companies, and that they're thriving, they're doing well. And then some of these others, I'm walking by and I'm learning just new companies on every row I take. I'm looking at one right now. Just a lot of good stuff that's taking place in the industry, a lot of room for growth, a lot of room for opportunity, and it's great. It's, creates jobs and will bring people in the industry. So very excited about that.
So I said a few years ago, some of us sat around and talked about where's the next generation going to come from. I look around, now I know.
Exactly.
They're here.
Exactly.
So how do you engage them? Because I'm guessing they're not all UAA members at the moment.
Yeah, we're getting a stream by the UAA booth over there and try to, make some inroads there as far as leading people to memberships and telling them about the benefits of what they get from that. And I mean, can you beat this? Being in the industry conference, it's a great place to network, grow your client list, however you want to look at it. There's plenty of opportunity here for these few people. And everyone I've met, I don't know if you got noticed, but the hands going up for the first time attendees, quite a lot this time, which is really good to see, in my opinion. Just we got a lot of room. I think next year, if I'm being honest, I was thinking, we might not top the record this year as far as attendance goes, but the trajectory just keeps going up.
Do you know where we are now for attendance?
The last time I heard it was over 1,400.
Yeah, I think it was just shy of 1,500, which, I mean, back when it first got reinvigorated, I remember it was like 400 people.
In 2017, I remember spraying for 300.
Yeah.
300.
And I think we actually got 350. And then here you are, over 1,400.
And 2017 was not long ago.
No. It is just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one of the things I've noticed, too, is there's a lot more. Obviously, the vendor populace has grown tremendously with a lot of remote sensing companies and technology companies, new line clearance companies. It seems like a lot of people are kind of migrating out of that isolated Western United States part of the world. Mm-hmm. It's really been remarkable to see how much has been going on here at this conference.
Yeah, it's been great. We'll debrief tomorrow afternoon. We'll get together as a board and say, what were the pros? And I think the pros are going to be a super long list. and we'll look at some opportunities for you next time. But feeling good about it overall. There's always room for improvement, but again, what I said today, I'll say again. Just what the planning committee is able to pull off at these is extraordinary.
They do a great job. It seems seamless and no hiccups. I'm sure that's not the case. It's just we don't see it. So
From an
that's
observational standpoint, it looks good.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now, like we talked a little bit about the Trees and Utilities Conference, the growth thereof over the last, 7 years. Tell us a little bit about the UAA. I mean, obviously the UAA has been growing their member base consistently during that time as well. And maybe there's a correlation with the partnership with the ISA or the Arbor Day Foundation.
No, I believe that is the case. You just get this cross-pollination. There were many people in, like, for instance, earlier this week we had the, I'm going to butcher, the National Urban and Community Forestry Council were in Knoxville. They were in this meeting. So, there was that cross-pollination of them coming in just to get obviously have a chance to meet, but also come into the meetings and learn a little bit more about what we do. So I think that's a little bit as well as just having this, a little bit broader scope that they can take back to their J jobs and learn a little bit more of what our perspectives are as well. So yeah, it's been beneficial.
Yeah, I mean, one of the buzzwords I've also heard at this conference has been collaboration.
Correct.
And it sounds like you're really making inroads with that, getting more exposure in different fronts.
I think we have to. Yeah. I mean, it's been the charge for a few years now, maybe more than that, Phil. But just grow your list of friends, get your affiliates in place, so you can leverage relationships and just try to improve what we're doing across all industries.
Yeah. Now, I notice a lot of these tech companies have some tie to Europe or Australia or international. What about membership? Or is there any intent or effort to reach beyond North America?
Yeah, I mean, it's wasn't a big talk at strategic planning this year as far as the focus goes, but that's always the case. I mean, when we're actively going to speak in locations, we're going to New Zealand, so we'll be there to speak there, grow membership. But yeah, there will be more of a push for international membership.
Yeah, I saw several names on the attendee list, so that's nice to see.
It is. I mean, it kind of takes care of itself in some manner when you have these companies that are coming to the conference, working at various places internationally, getting the membership and kind of doing it grassroots style. But it's nice, it really helps it out.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things too I was going to ask you, Josh. I mean, so your term is for 4 years, correct? Or 1 year? How does the next term?
It's 4 years. So the vice president slot, that's kind of the feeling out year, kind of learn your way. President-elect, things ramp up a little bit more, and then you get in the president role, and then past president as well. The past president role is an active role within the UA board. So Brandon Houston was the recent past president, and he was very active along the way and participated and contributed. And so, I'm looking forward to 2 strong years left here.
Yeah. Well, good. Yeah. So just talk about membership growing, new people, new faces. So you want to get them engaged in leadership. Somewhere down the road, a lot of these people should be UAA directors or president, whatever that role might be. What would you say to them to encourage them to get into leadership?
Well, I'm already saying it. It's you get out, get involved. Volunteer for the committees, right? Get in there, get in place. I think that's the most organic way, is just to really participate. And a number was bandied about. I don't know how accurate it is. 200 to 300 committee members. That's a lot of committee members. That is a lot of committee members, but there's room for more. I mean, what we could look at now is even more committees or subcommittees that need to take place. So I think that's the good one, and then providing leadership training here as well that we're doing in several of the topics, just to give them that baseline. It can it's a good mix, right? You can do presentations, you can get the committee members, get them as an active committee member, and we should be in good shape.
I encourage that participation in committees, and I'm always surprised because that's a way to build relationships contacts, and it's been a real way to grow, I think.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah, on that topic of committees too, can you kind of give us a little bit of detail for the viewers on what committees are out there? What are the things you're working on from a committee standpoint?
Well, yeah, the best response to that, honestly, at the moment would be check the annual report that you can get. That will be submitted to everyone as far as what all the committees are working, because it's lengthy. But we have the safety committee, we have outreach committee, professional development, events committee, research. Thank you.
So there's a variety for anything you're passionate about to get involved.
Exactly. And then also the UVM Summit, that's a committee, a kind of an offshoot of events committee, which you've participated in the past.
A number of times.
At the UVM Summit. So that's a good one as well. So yeah, there's plenty of ways to get involved, whether you're a utility employee, whether you're a contractor, a vendor, however you want to look at it, there's opportunities there.
Go to uaa.org.
Absolutely.
Josh, I wish you well in your new role.
Thank you,
I
Phil.
appreciate your taking time to stop by. I know it's a busy week for you, but you took time, and I appreciate that.
Well, I said it in my message today, and I want to thank you again for all you've done for the UAA over the years. It's very much appreciated.
Very rewarding. That's why I encourage people to get involved.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks for joining us today. Follow us on LinkedIn for updates and to tune in again to the Trees and Lines podcast.